States of friggin' America.
Friggin' America.
Yeah.
Welcome to America. But today, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on.
Destiny fanatic.
Yeah.
Truths.
Can confirm.
Me?
Yes.
I'm Tom, Pet Borisuth, if you wanted to know. And I am the resident grumpy person and film snob.
Can confirm.
Accurate.
Otherwise, the lowest common denominator for people.
That's fair. What's up? I'm Corey Powers, also known a.k.a. the loud one or the rude boy on the lot, whatever you want.
Oh, you think so?
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. I am Josh, and I'm just Josh. I'm the audio engineer, one of the hosts.
El Presidente.
El Presidente of Nerd On.
If you're into the whole brevity thing.
And I am Caitlin Elizabeth. I am the one who knows a bunch of weird niche knowledge about anime and indie games and all sorts of
That is fun to say. Niche knowledge.
niche knowledge.
Facts. But thank you guys. You guys are the most important people for being here because we'd just be talking to no one.
Talking
It's
to
true.
no
And
one.
we do it too. We're
do
not
that a
above
lot.
that. We are not above it. We do it most of the time.
A little bit of housekeeping. This show is brought to you in part by the Nerd On Nation, which is powered by Patreon.
They're out there. They're out there. Shout out to the night.
Shout out to the night. As a member of the Nerd On Nation, you do get fun perks. You get behind the scenes stuff with Nerd On and what we do. You get perks like bonus episodes, you get early access,
Fun
you get
stuff.
discounts. Our Discord server is hopping all the time, so we really dig that.
We have something special tonight too.
We do.
If you show us tonight that you join your Patreon, you get a poster, a sticker, a pin for
get them.
free.
For free.
For the
Free
$5.
free.
$5. So show us that after the show. You get
Maybe
it all.
a hug, maybe
Yeah, it's
not.
good stuff. Good
It's up
stuff.
to you.
Wow.
I'll give
Yeah.
That just became very ominous.
Well, that's my
Also,
style.
that this night would not be possible without a very, very special partner, and that is Apogee. Give it up. Recently, we partnered with Apogee, and they have just been really angels. They have been a family to us. They have really just been an incredible team. A very specific shout out to Bob and Betty who are with us tonight. So
Somewhere
really
around here.
appreciate you. And credit where credit is due. A big shout out to our crew, Brandon and Sebastian.
Thank you so much.
They've been working all day to make this possible. And
All these lights, all the sounds.
the live audience that is out there. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Cody. Huge thank you. But
Our man.
you know, with our partnership with Apogee, they really have showed us a lot in audio. If you're listening to this in post, the sound that you are hearing is Apogee.
It's gonna sound real.
It's gonna
good.
sound real.
It's gonna sound
good.
sexy, is what they're trying to say.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
sound so good.
It sounds so
We're gonna
good.
sound like butter on a microphone. It's gonna be great.
Wow.
The tasty one.
I'm sorry, I blacked out. Butter on a microphone. Anyway, also,
Don't
I
knock it till you
really
try it.
sincerely suggest that you guys check out their microphone, Hype Mic.
The number one
The number one
podcasting microphone. Some might say the ultimate.
The ultimate.
The ultimate. They can hear that here, though.
Those in the house, there is actually a vocal booth that is set up with the Hype Mic.
The ultimate podcasting microphone.
The ultimate podcast microphone.
Come on, guys.
I
we
love
got
it. I
it.
love it.
It's a new
but
bit.
Yeah, you
Is that
can
gonna
check that
happen
out.
every time we say hype mic?
The
ultimate podcasting microphone.
I
Now
think that.
you have
That's
to do it.
exactly what I wanted. It's like Christmas.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Before we continue, we decided no nudity.
No.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
not
damn.
But
not
we
today.
might have some exciting stuff. We have maybe some prizes, some trivia.
Yes,
Kiss
yes.
might happen on stage. I don't know. I'm throwing ideas out
whoa.
here.
Some
Are we? Is it finally gonna happen?
Again, not above it.
Oh, but I did sew Velcro into the scene.
Perfect.
That's
We're
fine.
ready to go.
Never
Later,
mind.
later, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never before heard or seen segments to the Nerd On World and Nation.
Yes.
We cooked it up just for you. It's hot, it's ready, and it tastes so good.
Yeah. There's one other podcast we want to give a shout out to real quick.
I don't know about all y'all.
Last of the housekeeping here.
Listening to us on a podcast is kind of like listening to a bunch of animals trying to organize like a fundraiser.
Can't confirm
That
as the
is
president.
accurate.
Yeah.
But I really like listening to podcasts on the way to work, especially if it's professionals talking about their experiences. And the one that I've actually been luckily enough to been exposed to is one that was released recently, and it's Clear Mountains Domain.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
it has
Their second episode just dropped.
Second episode just dropped, and if you're looking for anything like wonderful stories of how the music industry was and some great good stories I mean, the cool thing is that you get a little bit of a time capsule. You hear this journey, you know, like where one person started, and some of the greatest music we've ever been exposed to and had the privilege to listen to has been created by the hosts of the show. So it's something that I always recommend.
40 some odd years of mixing experience.
Yeah, and so it is without, we have to give a little shout out to our Podern family. To the
Podern family, yes.
Hashtag. Hashtag. And
doing it up.
Yes. And so everyone check it out. It's on everywhere you can listen to podcasts, exclusively on iTunes or Apple Podcasts.
Do you think that they record on a hype mic?
Ultimate
podcast. Come on, we're gonna keep throwing it to you. We're gonna keep doing it.
Keep it up.
Check it out.
But I want to check in with y'all. How are y'all doing? You guys doing well? You excited about tonight?
Yeah. Huge.
Just a shout out to the audience that showed up. We love
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you. Give it up for yourself.
Bodies in the house.
Audience in the house.
I'm gonna start something off real quick,
Oh,
just
okay,
so you can learn about ourselves. Caitlin, what have you been up to recently? What's new? What's going on? Real casual like.
So I do voiceover. I voice in all sorts of things.
Voice out over in the house?
Voiceover?
Do you use a hype mic?
Podcasting
microphone.
So I've done anime, I've done video games, I've done live action dubs and stuff, and then I also do script adaptation. So anytime you've seen a foreign show, it comes over, it gets translated, and then every cough, every sneeze, every laugh, that has to get time coded of when it starts and when it stops. And I get the rough translation, those time codes, and I play Tetris with the words and the mouth shapes on the
That
screen.
sounds like fun.
Wash your hands.
It's actually really fun.
I know that your brain kind of works like that.
I
you
love
like
it. I love the
puzzles and
puzzles.
It's like the
making them.
math of words.
It's the math of
Yeah.
words.
She's the meme, just with all the algebra just
Yeah.
happening all the time.
All the time. There's actually a video of that precisely.
Yeah, I seen you.
Thank you, Julie.
That's dope.
She made that happen.
Any new games you've been playing? Any new exciting?
I'm still on Graveyard Keeper.
Oh, that sounds
Hey, it's a good
depressing.
game.
So Graveyard Keeper is like Stardew Valley, like a farming game, but you farm dead bodies.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Dead
super
Bodies.
positive.
After you mentioned it, I started playing it. It's
It's really
fucking
fun.
addicting.
And like,
It's terrible.
okay, but you also can like have a garden and like make wine.
So it's like
and-
Graveyard Sims.
So it's Graveyard Sims.
Yeah.
except
Love it.
You
Yeah,
like
into it,
have
pretty much.
zombies that garden, tomatoes
And
for
then
you.
you can farm the meat and go
Yeah,
sell it from
the
these
zombie
bodies.
meat,
Yeah.
not cows.
Classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun. Having a great time.
Classic. Joshua. Joshua.
No.
Please be
It's not going away.
No, I know. So outside of Nerd On, I am an audio mixer. Woo!
Yeah, he is.
Audio mixers in the house.
Yeah.
They're so lovely, actually, all around.
I mix promo, so like trailers and stuff like that.
In a
Like,
world.
Yeah, I like. It's
Every
my
day.
favorite thing. It's when I went to audio school. Is what I wanted to do was mix trailers. I have the attention span of a gnat, and so watching or doing trailers is it's so fucking fun to me, and it's like a 3-minute movie. And I love post-production. Like when I went to audio school, my intention was I'm gonna do music. Like I made my album and all that kind of stuff. And then because it's LA, it was like, here's post-production. And I was like, I could lose hours doing it. And I was like, yeah, this is
We
what
have
I was.
a lot in common. You like making trailers, and I like watching them. I feel like it's a match made in heaven.
Oh, it's you and me.
Sorry, Dana. Shout out to the wife.
Yes,
And to the
shout out
night?
to the wife.
Yeah.
So that's what I spend my time doing, and I love doing, is mixing post-production. Just did a documentary film, a couple of them actually, and that's what I love, post-production.
The Sound Wizard.
The Sound
What-
Wizard.
what have
I
you
like
been-
that better. Maybe I'll put that on my cards.
Yeah, I think that should be the
Sound
official
Wizard.
title.
Sound Wizard.
Instead
What
of
have you been
audio
up to,
engineer.
Huh?
What have you been up to?
I can tell you what he's been playing, because I've been playing it with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
We've been
voice
playing
right
a
now.
little
Zombie Army 4 by Rebellion.
We're keeping the theme going here with
Zombies are
your
really,
zombies.
Like, popular.
Yeah, but
Again.
ours are Nazi zombies, so
So what could be better?
basically
A lot of
it's
things.
we team up. Yeah, well, You're not wrong. Josh and I get to team up once
I'm
a week,
terrible with this microphone.
and you're killing it, man. You're doing great.
Literally.
We get to team up once a week and take on hordes and hordes of zombie armies
It's
during
incredibly
World
stressful.
War II.
Yeah, World War II.
Nazis. Okay,
Well,
now
because
I'm a history buff.
So Hitler went to hell
Okay.
and
Decided he wasn't done.
decided he wasn't done, and an army of zombies. He raises an army of zombies, and
And we go, sit the fuck down. That's
yeah,
our goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Is chill.
Like you Kendrick Lamar him?
Yeah, basically.
humble.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
humble.
yeah.
Sorry, for the
You
culture,
know,
babe.
I also watch a lot of TV, and like recently was
Sorry, not one of those bits.
McMillions is really good on HBO. Another addicting thing where you're right. Yeah.
That one guy, yeah, George.
I'm a closeted Walking Dead fan. So
Yes,
I
you
still watch.
You're
that.
not closeted at all.
Oh wait, I just said it.
Out loud. on
I am a
microphone
Walking Dead fan.
To like 4 cameras.
One of the last few.
So free.
Finally, we all know what we already
God.
knew.
Anyway, so
You're gonna
I
be
still
okay.
watch it. Talk to me after. So I still watch that.
Oh, that's you. That's you're the person.
Yeah, cool. I'm that guy.
He's a Zambo guy.
Zambos. Oh wow, I'm really.
You're the Zambo guy.
I'm really catching a theme.
Be proud.
I mean, night before Christmas.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
are welcome
Close
here
enough.
too.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I got
Oh.
a bell buckle.
No one knew where that
He's
was.
jacked.
He's also got a tattoo. You can
I
find
have
out.
a Jack Skellington tattoo, so you know it's a thing.
His.
Anyway, Corey, take it away.
What have you been up to, Corey?
What have you been up
Who
to?
are you, and what do you want to talk?
I haven't been doing anything.
That's a lie.
No, I've been getting prepared for this mostly because I'm
true.
hype mic'd about it.
No.
The ultimate
podcasting
microphone.
Microphone.
I'm not sorry at all.
Hey, this joke will happen or I drive you to a ditch, okay? So
I know.
keep it up.
No, I've been along with playing Zombie Army. I got a new toy for my birthday.
Happy birthday!
I got a new
Super
camera,
jelly.
so I've been shoving it into all of these people's faces for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you guys have been so nice about it. I really appreciate
You're welcome.
you.
Except for that one time I slapped you.
You did slap me that, but
That's
I
fine.
caught the camera. Everything's fine. I've been spending a lot of time with my cats.
Cats.
They're phenomenal. They're more interesting than I am.
It's true.
That's kind of it. I'm a
You
homebody.
did make a really cool video of a guy destroying a toilet with a hammer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did actually. I made a slow-mo video to Wrecking Ball of people smashing toilets.
Smashing a toilet.
Because what other song do you use for that?
Yeah.
No, I've been playing D&D for the first time in my life. That's honestly what I've been doing.
What?
Shout out to my friend Ben Campbell, who's been the dungeon
Shout
master.
out to
He's
Ben
here
Campbell.
tonight.
Shout out.
I've been wanting to play D&D for years and years and years because it's
Thanks for
right
the
up my
invite.
alley. If I could be anything in this world, it would be a wizard, and I can't. So this is the closest I get to be. And Ben, nothing. Yeah, I'm just starting. I've had 2 runs. I've been thinking I think I'm gonna do a druid on the side.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
Wow.
I'm a wizard, and it's a lot of fun. Last campaign, I was adopted by
You were
Mikey.
adopted?
Yeah, Mikey adopted me at the end of
He was adopted.
Yeah, I fought for it. I rolled for it, and it succeeded. So I'm adopted. I am now.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah,
You rolled
what's
for
up?
it? You rolled for
What
adoption.
do you roll for that?
Yeah, well, he said I said. Yeah, I wanted to be adopted, and he was like, I don't know, roll persuasion, and so I did, and it succeeded.
Wait,
Fair.
you talked Mikey into adopting you.
No,
That's
we
like
talked the mayor into signing the papers.
That's like kidnapping, right?
This just,
He was all for it.
this
There
is
was a lot more to
it's
this
got
story
too
than I
many
thought there
layers.
was.
I didn't mean to go this far into it.
It's like kidnapping with extra steps.
It's kidnapping with that. No, it was a willing thing.
Sure.
So I love you too, Dad. But that has been, I've been having the time of my life doing D&D, and I can't wait to do
Nice.
it more. And that's about
Heck
it.
yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. And
pretty
did I
good.
mention my cats?
Your cats.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. As
Cool,
long as I
cool,
got
cool.
them on the roster, I'm good.
Tom.
Ollie? Anything could happen tonight.
Anything could happen. I've been doing a lot.
We're here to listen to Ollie.
Sorry.
No,
You
I've
made
been doing
me
a lot.
laugh.
You know, prepping for the show.
Who are you? What? I don't know who. What?
Wow.
So I'm a person on this earth, and I do a lot of design work.
Lies.
All the design work
Oh,
you
like
see
those?
for you, like that stuff. Yeah. So a lot of prep for the show.
Pretty much anything that is Nerd On branded
comes
Ollie
from
made
this
it.
We're doing
wizard
some,
here.
Kayla and I are working on some fun YouTube stuff coming down the road.
Fun
so
YouTube
look
stuff.
out for
It's gonna
that.
be good.
But mostly, shout out to my brother Sean. in the
Shadow
audience.
Sean. Shadow Sean. Where's he at?
He sort of got me into Final Fantasy 14 again.
Oh,
Yeah,
Never
you
thought I'd
did.
get into that. And I'm sort of
Goodbye
hooked on
forever,
that.
Ollie.
Yeah, I'm a level 50. What am I, Lancer?
I
Dragoon.
love how you don't know. And
Who are
asked
you?
him.
At least I knew
It's
I was a
your
wizard.
game.
But mostly, yeah, I'm kind of a homebody, so just playing video games, enjoying my new ultra-wide monitor that I bought for myself.
Oh, humble brag.
I saved my ducats.
You say
Good.
You know, made it happen for myself. So
Proud of you.
nice.
That's lovely.
yeah, I need to get out more. So that's next.
Next time we do
Hashtag I
this,
need
I'll
to get
have a
out
story
more.
from the outside.
From the outside.
And if he discovers the
Difficult place.
outside,
The sun, it hurts. Timothy, what you got?
but if Ollie discovers the outside, we may not have a show.
That's true.
Oh,
That is
no.
fair.
We keep him
We
inside.
keep you inside. Watch
Shackled.
all the things.
We say, make us pictures.
Make the
Yes.
You
funny,
do.
And he does. It's
pretty
very nice.
things happen.
Yes.
Tam.
Tom. So I, like I said, liken myself a writer, director, filmmaker dude that hasn't done it in like a year.
And what do I say? I'm a filmmaker with Tom.
But now you're one all by
Accurate, though.
yourself.
Not yet. I'll get there, Dad.
You've got
He
the
did
hard
make
way.
a toilet.
So what does that mean for me? What have I been
Video.
up to? Work all the time, recovering from injuries, sad all the time, because that's the
Yeah, your
creative
body
journey.
failed you for like a straight
it
week.
sucks. I
It
was
did.
like,
For you.
Asian's not supposed to raisin, and then out of nowhere I started raisining. Like
It was
Poor
like
baby.
it was just like it was 2019 and then it was 2020 of pain.
Yeah.
No, it's when I say what happens
For
to
him,
Asian
it was
people.
2019, and then suddenly it was 2050. That's what his body.
Legit, it's like
thought
the
it was.
beginning. Like when I say with Asian people, like they look great until 49, 50, bam, bag of bricks, just
It's
1,000
just a
years
sign
old.
of how fast it can
No.
happen.
1,000 years old, just gravity pulling them closer to the underworld.
Wow.
So
That's such a like.
I've been
Holy
dealing.
shit.
I've been dealing with that. And
We're back to zombies.
Oh my god, we came full circle.
So what does that mean? I've been writing, and there's like several feature scripts I want to do, and then shorts that I want to do. But I'm like, I don't know which one do I need and which one do I want? Because you know, life only gives you what you need.
Wow.
What is the world?
It just got really deep.
Yeah, I mean, in any good story, right? You know, you never give the character what they want; you get them what they need. So I was just thinking about all those kind of things, and then trying to go back to the gym, trying to look, you know, svelte or something.
I think you're sexy.
You know, LA. You know,
Is the kiss gonna be him?
maybe.
Who knows?
Oh,
Stay
okay.
tuned.
But
Okay.
where?
All
He's
right.
a snack, but he wants to be a
Wow.
whole meal.
Yes,
Back to the Volkswagen.
exactly.
I understand.
But no, and then I've been playing.
You speak Tom.
I speak Tom sometimes.
Tomanese will continue.
Took 3 years in high school.
But I've also been playing a shit ton of Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was 1991. I grew up with that stuff, and I love it, and it makes me feel like a child again.
We got the Pokemon original going on, the
I know,
blue and the
red
red.
and blue, red and blue.
Look
black
at
and
us.
yellow,
You guys
black
are
and
always
yellow.
trading and raiding and
Trading, raiding,
sparkling.
and
We need
Pokemon
another. We need another Aiden. Pokemon
and
Aiden.
heal Aiden.
I don't
No,
know.
It didn't
let
work.
it go.
We'll get there.
But yeah, so that's with me, but also working on setting this up, and it's been wonderful. I got to shine my shoes a little bit.
They're
I
very
see that.
shiny.
They are
Well, I see me
mega
in it.
shiny.
They're almost blinding, so good job.
This has all been fun, and like I was saying actually earlier, like I've been able to kind of get back into, because you know you gotta pay some bills, gotta pay some taxes, right? And then finally,
do?
I
you
wish.
gotta.
I've been avoiding that for years.
I don't know. I am a business. But then today and the rest of this week has been filled with a lot of like when it's heavy, hard work, but it's the work that you love to do, you feel the most fulfilled, and that's been kind of my the wonderful thing. There's like gristle on the side of my face. I'm like, I'm gonna get through it.
It'll be fine.
I'm here, and it's like, you know, God bless seeing everyone here tonight, seeing the wonderful Apogee Studio hostess, and then being able to talk about the Hype Mic, the ultimate podcasting microphone, has been wonderful.
Well, that was really good.
Wow,
Well done.
that was
Well
wonderful.
played.
Well
But
done.
Well played.
I
You
think I'm
learned
all
well,
out.
Grasshopper.
Yeah, I'm all out of update for y'all. I think that.
I hope
moves
you
us-
enjoyed our weird chat we just had.
Yeah.
We love sharing it with you. Very honest,
People
very
talking.
deep.
Welcome to our lives.
I did not take it as seriously as everyone else, and now I
No, you
feel
didn't.
like a total jerk.
Well, you are.
No, but
play
we
with
do.
my
We
cat,
have
too.
some special stuff tonight.
We do.
Like I said, we have prizes, we have guests, we have giveaways. I want to ask y'all a
And
favor.
kisses.
If I can pull an Oprah on you for just a second,
Whoa.
check under your seats. I'm serious. You need to check under your seats. There should be two people.
It's on the 2 empty chairs.
It's probably on the 2 empty chairs. That's
if you
what happened.
find something,
Scavenger
take
hunt,
it.
go!
Pull it away from someone else.
Seriously
lights
though,
have come
there are
on.
2
Interactive
envelopes under 2
entertainment.
chairs here.
Either that or someone's getting fired.
We should have pulled the empty chairs. I'm learning.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, did you guys ever expect to be a scavenger hunt during our live show?
No, but this is way more
It
exciting
might
than
be
I
my
thought it would
favorite
be.
thing so far.
Oh no.
I found sadness
Oh
and
my
grief.
gosh.
Do they exist?
Wait, really?
Can you guys actually see the pie on my face, or am I just feeling it right now?
Do you know where they are? Can we help them out?
Dana knows where they are.
I do know where they are, and I recommend looking hard.
So
So it's not me. Are they under the carpet? They're under the seats.
They're taped underneath your seat.
oh, someone found something.
We have one. We got one. Can you hold that up for me? Cool. We got one.
One.
more. We're
There's
looking
one
for a
more.
red one now.
Hey,
Hey!
look who it is.
Can I ask you a quick question? Was it under your seats? Or was it empty seats? I'm proud of you. You found it. So, I want you to hang on to those. Go ahead and open those up and hang on to what's inside.
Win a prize.
Because we have our first guest of the night. So, friend of the show, give a round of applause for Miss Sierra Casey. Nerd on.
Whoa.
Wow.
We never had an update where we had a guest on the show. What
It's
is this
pretty
all
exciting. Well, I wanted to invite some friends. First of all, thank you for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Sierra's a friend of the show. She's been on a few times. We also have a segment on our Instagram called Marvelous, in which, actually, do you want to give them a little rundown of the show from your perspective?
Yes, please.
I mean, essentially what it came down to is as good old buddies, we were talking about how I've seen like none of the Marvel movies, which is slightly embarrassing.
You
But you're
uncultured swine.
You're welcomed here too.
It just
You are.
it was just not it wasn't my thing, and so I didn't. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, I saw Black Panther, like a handful of them
Sprinkled throughout.
sprinkled
For the
throughout.
culture.
And then Corbin was like, "Would you be down to watch all of them? Not at the same time, but would you be down to watch
Well,
all
I
of them?"
did try that, and she said no.
That would be a lot.
multiple
It would
days.
I'm trying to think of the logistics.
Although
like a
now
week,
it feels
24
like
hours.
a challenge.
Just start watching.
Yeah.
And I said absolutely, and it's been a blast. So basically, we're just going through them chronologically.
Yeah, we just finished phase 1.
Yes.
So we got to the Avengers,
So
which
my
is an
shirt,
accomplishment of its
is
own.
not accurate for where I'm at.
But it's wonderful.
It was
But
one
it
of
is
the
Iron
coolest
Man.
looking Iron Mans, and he's my favorite right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a good choice so
That
far.
won't
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, probably not. Didn't change for me. Actually, I think it did at one point.
Well,
But
yeah.
he's still.
Wow, lying already.
Hey, some booty does a lot.
That's true. Sierra, tell us a little bit about what you do outside of Nerd On.
I'm sort of a all-around creative human.
Yeah, you are.
I'm an actress with a very heavy emphasis on voiceover at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Voiceover in the house, part 2.
Is it heavy?
Is it heavy?
no, you just
Yeah.
said a heavy.
Heavy emphasis on
Oh, okay,
voiceover.
heavy.
That's sort of my
So it is
you should-
focus right now.
Then you
lot
should
of
definitely look
dramatic,
into getting an
cinematic
Apogee
reads, that's why
hype
it's
mic.
heavy.
The ultimate
Podcasting microphone.
I'm too nervous to do the
Shout
joke.
out to
I'm
the
gonna mess up
person
the
that is
joke.
doing
It
the
makes
sound
me
effect, 'cause that
really
is
nervous.
awesome.
Killing it.
You're good.
But I also am a collager painter person. I guess I'm an artist. That would be the
artiste.
word.
Yeah.
Visual artist.
That would be a
And
correct word.
I'm going to be in my first art show, which is very scary and also really exciting on March 21st. So I'll have details on my Instagram, Sierra Eden, and that's really exciting. So that's kind of my thing. I'm still a person in search of all of the things they like to do. So
Aren't we all?
Yeah,
That's why
pretty
I'm up
much.
here. I went, look at me. What do I want to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Accurate.
I have
Yeah.
no idea. I haven't figured it out yet. I just know that.
I think we all are, really. Like, you can figure out one thing, and then as you figure that thing out, you're
It
like, I want
informs
to do
another.
something else also, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do we have Sierra on the stage? What are we about to do? This feels cool. I feel like we're setting up for something.
Well, we're going to have our first bout of trivia. Now, one of you should have one that says Marvel inside. Who is that? Who's got that?
All
right.
Shadow sure is.
So here's what's going to happen. We're going to ask Sierra 5 questions pertaining to the Phase 1 of Marvel. If she gets 4 out of 5 right, you are going home with a prize package. What do we have for him?
Well, we have Funko, a golden one. Is Captain America. Is the Marvel Studios 377 model. I don't know what else to read. But also, we have some shirts and a poster. And we also have a sticker, a wonderful sticker. And we had exclusive items you can't find anywhere in the world.
That's true.
Destined Legends, a board game developed by our very own Alicia Cuddy!
Can I also quickly interject and say that Destined Legends was also co-designed by the person that might win it.
In that case, you can give it to anyone here.
Just to clarify.
And then to top it all off, the nice hot cherry on top, Fat Beats from the 1997 era. I'm kidding, but
More like 2014.
Yes, Rise in Love, an exclusive CD with dope Fat Beats from our very own Josh Shua.
The dopest.
Actually, fun fact about it, it was mastered by John Greenham, who recently won some Grammys
So he
for
has
Billie
some
Eilish.
Sick Fat Beats.
Some fat beats, I guess.
There you go.
Let's do the shuffle here.
Let's do it.
Let's get the trivia started.
So the stakes are high for me to get these.
They're gonna feel high.
Incredibly. I want to run a few rules by you here. We're going to be asking these 5. It's going to be 4 out of 5 right.
Yep.
You do have 2 lifelines.
Oh.
You have Ask Your Audience Member.
Okay.
So she can ask you. If you get it right, that would help. And then we have Ask a Nerd. So you can ask one of the nerds up here.
So I get 2 of those.
Yes.
I could do one of each. Okay.
So, all right. Sierra Casey, are you ready?
I'm
We the
ready.
nerds.
I'm as ready as I can.
All right. Question number 1. Boom. What is Thor the god of? Is it A, fire, B, thunder, or C, hammers?
Thunder.
That is correct. In Iron Man 1 from 2008, after Tony Stark escapes the caves in the Middle East, what does he ask his driver for? Is it A, a hot shower, B, a stiff drink, or C, a cheeseburger? You do have your 2 lifelines.
I know, but I'm stubborn.
All right.
A cheeseburger.
That is correct! All right.
Feeling good.
Feeling good so far?
Real good.
All right. It's a little bit of a toughie here.
Oh boy. Okay.
In The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton, who is Bruce Banner chatting with about finding a cure? Is it A, Mr. Pink, B, Mr. Blue, or C, Mr. Mime?
Mr. Blue.
That is correct! You are killing it right now. Pretty much, if you get this right, that means he's going home with all those prizes.
Wow.
What is Black Widow's last name? Is it A, Rabinoff, B, Romanoff, or C, Romovich? You do have 2 lifelines.
Say them again.
Is it A, Rabinoff, B, Romanoff, or C, Romovich?
I'm gonna ask a nerd.
Which nerd would you like to ask?
We will take it personally.
Yeah, I know you will, Tom.
He will.
Tom will take it personally.
Every time.
I'm gonna Tom.
Yes.
Tom, what is Black Widow's last name? Is it A, Rabinoff, B, Romanoff, or C, Romovich?
Can I say what I think it is?
Ask
And then
Taskmaster.
can I? Does that or is that like not allowed? No, never mind. You tell me.
I believe it is B. Romanov.
Would you like to go with that answer?
Yeah. I mean.
That is correct.
Oh.
So you're going home with some prizes. We're going to do this last one for fun, okay? Little less, loosen up. No stakes.
I love steak.
Just
What-
my pride. That's
Did
all.
you say steak? What is Iron Man's AI assistant's name? Is it A, Alfred, B, Jarvis, or C, Jeeves?
It's Jarvis. Right?
That is correct! 5 for 5! have something for you real quick. Come on up.
Come to the stage.
And Shadow Sean, would you also like to claim your award?
For being here tonight,
Yes.
I want to give you a little surprise. It is a golden Iron Man Funko. Your favorite character.
Oh my god, you pulled that out so well. I was saying I wanted one so bad.
I know. It took everything in me not to tell you. So thank you again for being
so
here.
good. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh
I am
my
also an actor with an emphasis on voice acting.
Oh my god.
And I'll be using the hype mic. The ultimate podcasting microphone.
And here is Sean's prize, mega package, hashtag not rigged.
Give it up one more time.
One more
y'all. Give it
time.
up.
Some pressure. Yo, that was fun.
Isn't it
I
wonderful
am-
when everyone wins?
Oh, love stressing out my friends. Yes. Love it, love it,
You
love
do
it. Love
seem
it.
to enjoy that a lot, actually.
I do. I come from a family of pranksters.
I was
Dana's
gonna say
getting
stress, but
there. She's
that's
getting there.
Not from a town down
Pranksters.
under?
All right.
No.
What do we
So
got next, y'all?
So, this show, what we are doing is we are basing it off of our other weekly show called the Nerd On Update, in which we talk about the weekly news that is exciting to us. And yeah, let's get into
Wow.
the news. Kaylin?
Wow. So in the nerdy news, the things that that stick out to us, it's not always the best news.
Start off strong.
Start off strong. So South by Southwest is
All right.
a show that happens every year, and it's been happening for the last 34 years. And this past week, it was canceled, which is really sad. And there's coronavirus. That's what's happening right now. But
Panic
the
in the
thing
streets.
about like conventions that are getting shut down and everything, what I want to bring attention to, because I have a lot of friends who vend at conventions, artists and creators of all types and everything. So for those of you out there that were going to go to these big shows, these conventions, whatever, if you were saving up your money to go spend it at these events, go find those artists online.
Hell
Go
yeah.
support them.
Websites,
Go to
social
their
media.
websites. Go directly
Patreon.
to the source. Support them directly, because the city of Austin alone is missing like $250 million in revenue from not having South by Southwest there this year. So imagine how much that means for like small artists. So yeah, that's my
and
news.
add to that.
Please go support artists.
Yeah,
Well
if
done,
You're,
yes.
If you're a
Yeah.
fan of Artist Alley artists, a lot of them do really cool commissions, and some
Yes.
of them
Yeah.
make portraits of you as like your favorite character. So
Ollie's like, I have
like
12
Batman.
Some
at
pretty cool stuff
home.
you
They're
got.
all based on Destiny.
Yeah.
Or Iron Man?
I have me with Corey's body. It's a lot.
I've got JD for that. Where's JD?
It's kind of scary.
I can't see anything.
It
That's true.
doesn't
Thank
look
you, Jay.
good.
A stick you feel bad for.
That's me.
But you look good for 80.
But that's showbiz.
Yeah. Anywho.
Is it?
It is.
I don't know. I'm still figuring myself out.
Wow.
Ollie,
Yeah.
would you like to go next?
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Take
What's
it
your
away.
news?
What could your news be about,
So it
Ollie?
wouldn't be a Nerd on the Podcast episode if I didn't mention Destiny in some capacity.
Wow.
It's very true.
If you've been listening for
We're
some
all
time,
shocked.
you'll know that. Now, admittedly, recently I have been kind of waning on Destiny a little bit,
How dare you?
Oh my god.
But
Good for you.
the good news is that this next season of Destiny looks actually pretty cool. It's called Season of the Worthy. They're bringing back a very beloved game mode from Destiny 1 called Trials of Osiris, which is a
Oh, really?
pinnacle PvP activity that is like the best of the best PvP players.
Like the Egyptian god?
Like the Egyptian god.
Yeah,
It's
Egyptian
basically
guy.
it's like Friday to Sunday every weekend, and that became a ritual for people playing Destiny 1. But it didn't really return in the right way in Destiny 2, and then they kind of canceled it. And it's been like a couple years now that they brought it back.
I remember it was a lot of fun.
And now there's the nostalgia
that's actually
factor.
and so I'm definitely going to be playing that season a lot more. But the real kind of scoop, I guess, would be every year the director of the game, Luke Smith, does something called a director's cut, which is a giant blog about the state of the game, et cetera, et cetera. And he said some really interesting things in this latest one that came out a couple weeks ago. And essentially he was talking about like some systems that he wanted to make sure that guns expire, not expire, but sort of like they kind of wane,
Move
and then
out.
you get new guns later on. So they're saying, he said something like, a gun is going to be good for about 9 to 15 months before it stops being effective in endgame. And we're like, 9 to 15 months.
Effective?
What's your roadmap for the game? Forget about what you just said. 9 to 15 months. So
For the
turns
uncultured
out
swine, is that a
there's-
short amount of time?
there's some analysis here now about release schedule.
Is it?
What?
I said for the uncultured swine, is that a short amount of time for a
Corey,
gun to work?
It's not necessarily, and I have my thoughts on that. We can talk about that in a different episode. But the thing that I wanted to bring attention to is that Luke Smith is basically just now saying that Destiny 2 at least has another 15 months in the roadmap, if not more.
Oh.
So
wow.
Release the Smith cut.
it seems like, if you read between the lines,
Between the lines.
Destiny 3 might not happen for another 2 to 3 years.
Whoa.
Wow.
Good
But
news?
good news, because in a way,
Or bad news? I just don't
No,
know.
I get it. I get it.
They need the time.
We're all learning tonight, everyone.
So I'm excited because I think they need.
He
the
just
time
pulled
to
the
get
mic
game
out and
right.
got excited.
Walk the floor.
They need, they need to get
Yes.
the game right.
Flip the coat. Flip the coat. You're dressed all fancy. Flip the coat. Come on.
So
Play with your cuffs more.
so they need to get the game right. And that's it's a big deal.
Yes.
So
He's
if
on
you
a
need
roll.
the time, Bungie, I know you're listening. If you need
Bungie.
time, if you need
Shokati
time to get
2020.
your game right, do it right. Because I want a good game to play for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Because
You
that'll
tell
be
'em.
setting up that platform, right?
Yeah.
But Destiny 2 is going to stay fresh for the next couple years, and that's okay. And I'll get over it.
Fresh to
but
death.
but yeah, so Destiny 3, of course, it's not like hard news or anything like that. But there's a good chance we won't seeing it for another couple years at least.
Yeah.
So
That's some pretty
Yeah.
good speculation,
yeah,
fodder.
yeah. But Destiny 2
Good emote.
is free to play. Hashtag not chill. And
We're getting live hashtags.
Hashtags, wow.
tweet at me.
I love you. I just love you. You know that?
It's like fight me online. Try
I
it.
love you.
Yeah, but it's free to play, so play. So I can play with you.
Aww.
Come play. I play on PC, PS4.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'll pull out. I think we found our Xbox day one edition, so we'll pull that out, dust it off.
Can I play it on my PC for free?
Yeah.
So I could use my hype mic?
The
ultimate podcasting microphone.
And for gaming.
Wow.
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 Accurate, though.
That's my
Josh,
news.
take us
You're
away.
way too good at that.
I'm not. It's just forced. It's
Okay.
ham-fisted as hell, but I appreciate it.
I'm about it. I appreciate it.
So
Appreciate
speaking
you.
of nostalgia factor,
Is this the kiss? Sorry.
was that the
It
kiss?
didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. It was almost.
The suspense.
So
Gotta keep
close.
them watching.
So
Josh?
speaking of nostalgia, if you are a fan of this show, Nerd on the Podcast,
Which I am.
oh, thank you. I'm glad you listen.
Wow, so
I know
sweet.
what this
You
is.
will know that my favorite video game of all time is Final Fantasy VII.
What?
And about 5 years ago, it was announced that there is going to be a remake. And of course, the 1997 version of me went, ah! It was great. And recently, it was announced that it was coming this year. April 10th, it's going to be out. But this past week, a demo was released of
Yeah,
the
it was.
remake. And I'm not going to play it because I'm saving myself
Wow.
for the full version.
That's one of those.
You're a good
I see.
boy.
I
So
am
the
saving
game
my.
will be pure.
It will be pure.
I will be
Thank
pure
you. I
on
don't even
April
watch
10th.
videos. Like I've seen screenshots.
But it's not really going all the way, you know?
No, I know, but it's still. I gotta save
Just
my.
kind of
It's
fool
just
around
first
with it.
base,
You're not-
Josh.
Tom.
You're just dating. Okay.
No, it's not like that. No, I'm so excited about it. And here's the other thing that's exciting about it is that reviews or reactions are coming out of the demo, and people are like, I was really, really skeptical, but after this, I'm so ready for this.
I seen
Like,
his tweet.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
He did.
It's, I
He's been
respect your
tainted.
choice, Josh.
He's sullied.
I
Cover your
respect
ears,
Plug
Josh.
your ears.
Cover your ears, cover your
I
eyes.
respect your choice.
He is the sullied
But
one.
it's freaking incredible. I have to say, it's everything.
Josh
I
just
didn't
really
think
wants
you
You're
could do.
dirty.
Here's a little more
wants
salt for that wound.
First night to be special, you know?
I'm not saying anything.
I don't know. Always kind of my time.
It's
A little dirty,
incredible.
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's all I'm saying, though.
But it's
Wow.
good.
It's great. I can see myself really getting into this.
In like 15 months
In like
after the
15
guns expire.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got you.
Yeah, you can.
No, but
I'm drawn to
what's-
incomplete games. What can I say?
What's cool about it is that because of technology today and graphics and what you're able to do with games, like it's going to be much more, you're going to be much more embraced into the game because now you have cameras where you can look around. You can look around the environments, see more than you did in the original game.
Like live in the world, really.
live in the world.
There's a camera moment that I think you're gonna like squeal at.
Yeah.
I want
Wow.
spoilers. Some of you
Did you
might.
squeal?
Tom, you're like that guard in
What?
Frozen
Did
2
you squeal?
who reacts
I
to
didn't
everything.
squeal, but I definitely like lingered
Oh, you lingered?
idly for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
thing he wore the white pants.
Exactly.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
But
You had to take us there.
I always will take you there.
Yeah.
Every time.
Whoa.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
Also.
the original game was, I think, 2 pixels, right?
They were molded
And
with
so
potatoes.
there's a few more now, I think.
Yeah.
At least
a
it
few more.
doesn't.
I say potato people.
But yeah, so it's been positive reaction, which has been, it took them. We didn't hear news for years and years and years, and then last year it was like Final Fantasy VII remake, it's here.
It's like winter's coming. It's
Yeah.
like it's coming, guys. We
Yeah.
promise.
It's on its way.
And it got
Here it
delayed,
comes.
but it got
Square
delayed
takes their
till
time.
April,
Yeah.
and they said we want to make a good game, which I respect.
And
And
they're
you
like,
know how we all feel
Fair.
about delayed games. Like, take your time.
Yeah.
We'd rather play, like, don't rush art. Like, take
Yeah.
your time, do what you
Yeah.
gotta do. We'll play when it
balance
comes
with the
out.
devs.
but with all the like rollout of all the media, it did feel like, bitch, I heard you talking shit. And I'm like, all right, yeah, okay, we see, we get it. It's coming out.
We
It's
know,
coming out.
we know,
All
we
right,
know.
we get it. It's a good game.
We're so
Yeah.
sorry we doubted you.
I feel like generally gamer culture has gone pretty positive about like delays. and
Waiting.
things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Cyberpunk, it's being delayed like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But if
people
it's
are saying
going to be
positive.
better and it's not going to be buggy
Yeah.
and you're going to be mad about it, then
Yeah, I can't
Great.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty should have its time.
You got some news, Tom?
Yeah. So,
Good transition.
So,
Yeah.
for everyone that
Oh
doesn't
wow,
know,
he's standing up.
I,
Oh,
I
God.
am the self-proclaimed DC,
blah.
aficionado.
Oh, okay.
wow,
But then-
he's
but then
actually
actually,
gonna use
normally
I
he goes,
say-
the DC, but
I say the DC aficionado for you to understand, and now I'll use the colloquialism. DC here in the hood in the studio. So y'all may know of characters from DC comic
Go
books
ahead, walk the floor, man.
like
Go ahead.
Superman,
Go ahead.
Green Lantern, The Flash.
He's giving a TED talk.
Wow.
But there is a new movie,
Yes.
new film, a new piece of cinema that's coming out.
Oh, no.
And it's directed by one Matt Reeves, who's on Twitter quite a lot. And he has been dropping them pics as if like he's sliding into someone's DMs, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So what recently been dropped was the new set photos of the Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Superman's car?
Yes. And
Could you
he loaned it
imagine?
out to Batman.
Oh, I thought it was Aquaman that he let it use.
Yes, and he rents it out to
Yes,
Robin for
and.
the weekend.
Oh my God.
Improv me so hard.
So
You
hard.
did.
I'm trying. And
How do you?
so it's a car. He looks like Vin Diesel, just like hey, familia, and then dropped it off. He's like, Corona.
Yeah. Fast and the
if anyone
Furious
watched the
Batman
Fast and
style.
Furious movies,
It's called Bat and the Furious. Thank you
It's
very much.
amazing.
Yeah.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. So.
yeah,
Aw.
quarter mile of a bat at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's a muscle car, and everyone's kind of like, the internet does the internet thing. And so it's interesting because Christopher Nolan definitely did a departure with the Tumblr, not even calling it a Batmobile, which I love dumb names for bat stuff like Batarang, Batbike, Batwing.
What else you got?
Now this is a Batmobile, and it looks like a 2-door car you get into, and it's a muscle car. It's a Hollywood Reporter says
It
it's
even
a
looks like it has a roll cage.
yeah,
It does.
Hollywood Reporter states that it is a Charger. So I'm like, cool, whatever.
I was gonna say.
To me, and so a lot of people are reading between the lines, and they're saying, oh, so this is year 2 Batman, not an origin. There's a fluffy thing in the air. That's why I keep swatting at things or not.
It's going to happen.
See, it's year 2, so
Probably
he
my
doesn't have
cats.
all his arm. Yeah, it's you.
It's me.
You're
But he
the
still has
fluffy
money.
My cats are always with me.
And so the cool thing is, so people got to see a little bit of the stunt double in the suit last week, and then
Looked a lot like Ben Affleck, by
It
the
did.
way. If
Made
you guys
me-
have seen the picture, I was like, is he?
Yeah, I actually thought the same thing.
it made me
stunt double.
Yeah.
it made me a little sad flag.
The way back.
So-
That was great. That was
Ba-dum-bum.
great.
So anyway,
Wow.
so
So
we
mad
have,
I didn't think
we
of
have
that.
3
Do
photos.
we have a sad trombone?
Just the explosion plays again.
So yeah, so that's it.
Yes!
Give a shout out to Apogee Studio one more time.
Amazing.
That was legit.
So yeah, no no Batmobile. And the one thing I really like, people reading between the lines, so it's a year 2, and it's pretty much what does a billionaire do once he's starting it out, right? He picks out which cars he possibly has, which ones he's willing to soup up. But one thing I really did like is in terms of the positivity that the internet has very rarely spewed out, was that they're going a little bit back to form. If you think there has been other cinematic, or at least on live action, Batman who had two-seater cars like Batman 66, aka Adam West.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't too recently that we lost him, and now he's joined the pantheon of other Batman. But going back to a car, and it's red and black. And so if you actually want to do any deep dives of like, I wonder how this world's gonna look.
That's exactly what I sound like.
That's pretty
spot
accurate
on.
actually.
That's precisely what I was thinking.
I was looking at my phone. I was like, I wonder how this is gonna look.
Type in Batman 72. Francavilla. He's the artist for it, and it's all like 70s groovy, cool. I don't think that's what's going to happen with this Matt Reeves thing, but if you want to have an idea of like how other iterations,
what it could be,
Joker has a mystery machine vehicle and looks cool, and like black, and then Catwoman, she's black and she's got a giant fro and it looks super dope. And I'm like,
fun.
If we had
cool.
Risk, we would be able to see that, but we don't.
Okay.
We all have to make billions of dollars if we're giant studios. So Marvel,
right?
But
That's
anyways,
what
I'm excited about it. So it's
I am
coming
too.
out.
It honestly looks really, really cool. It looks very believable, which I thought was nice. And at first I thought it was like a DeLorean, souped out DeLorean. I was like, this is exactly what not that it looked like an actual DeLorean.
Scott.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they were gonna have Christopher Lloyd come back as Batman. No, but it looked like that same feel where it's like I'm gonna recognize this car for years to come. Where like I love the Tumbler from Batman Begins, but I can't differentiate it from the one that was in like BVS.
Well, I'm also kind of glad that it's just a different color tone, because color tones to me in film speak a lot, because the photos that you saw were actually very reminiscent of Batman Begins, right? If you looked at Zack Snyder's like photo release pictures, they were very blue, because that's what his like palette he likes to go with, the grading. But then this kind of goes back to that little like the narrows and filled, And so it's interesting. I like it.
What was that?
What is it?
It's
There we go.
interesting, and it makes me feel good when I see it, and I'm just looking forward to it. So that's the thing that excited me the most. This week.
That's good.
Nice.
I like that. That excited me too. In fact, it was my news. So that means we don't really have any more news.
Is that all
we
the
don't
news?
have any more
Can I get the
That's all
sad
news.
trombone again? Thank you. That's all I needed.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
Perfect.
But yeah, I think that about does it,
That's it.
for
That
our
is all
news
the
segment.
news.
Are we out?
What?
What happened?
What is happening?
Hey, what up, bud?
Dude, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Who let in the hot?
What's happening?
A very angry owl just dropped this off.
What did you do to it? He pissed it off. Shout
Yeah,
out to
he's
Cody.
gonna-
Wait, did you give it a treat?
No.
Oh,
He needs to
There's a
rest.
problem right there.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What does it
Okay.
say? What does
Give a
it say?
shout out to Cody one more time, real quick.
For fighting an owl.
Thank you for putting your life at risk.
What do we got?
So it's a letter. It's only addressed to
Is it B?
me, Jay Manley, and a Mr. M Now. Is there a Mr. M Now? Your dad. Is that your dad?
With the real
Mr. M Now?
Please
I
stand
don't know.
up.
Is it?
With
Is
the
there a
real-
Mr. M
Is it
Now?
Mr. M
Real
now
Mr.
here?
M now.
Please stand up.
Please stand up.
Please
Is
stand
that you?
up.
Oh, you
I
could
am
be.
he. Why don't you come on down? Let's see what this is all about.
Mr.
Round of applause for Mr. M now.
Weird. So,
You want to fight over it?
yeah, let's fight.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, it's
Mikey.
Mikey.
Hey.
Full name. I have a
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
what was your full first name then?
Michael.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, can I call you Mikey?
You can call me Hype Mike.
The ultimate
podcasting
Wow, thanks for planting that one in there.
That was
You're
great.
welcome.
So,
It was a lot of fun.
we are going to do some more fun trivia.
Yes.
I do want to let you know, so I contacted Hogwarts, and I said if they could send me over some trivia questions, they said they would be happy to. They're really fast.
Yeah, they
So
did it quick.
these are
aggressive.
built for you. I have no idea what to expect, so we're going to go from there. But before we do that, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about you.
Oh,
You are a friend of the show. You've been on our episodes a
Yep.
couple of times. We are doing a continuing series about Harry Potter, going through
Yeah.
each movie. And
It's the most fun.
Join
and
us.
I are brothers, Harry Potter brothers.
We sure are. I don't have a
I'm a
tattoo
big fan.
to prove it.
No, but
You're
we got
Corey's
that-
dad.
we
You're
got that
Josh's
thing.
brother. You're
I can
pretty
give
part
you
of
one.
the family.
Yeah.
You want to give me a tattoo?
Yeah, if you like.
I feel like not having tattoos these days is the new
The
tattoo.
Your
Oh,
face is a
okay.
tattoo.
You know, I'm very rebellious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
By
I
not
get that
having
about
any
you.
at all.
Yeah.
You look it. You look very rebellious.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. Yeah, I'm rarely late.
So tell us about yourself. What do you do?
What do I do? For work or for pleasure?
Both.
Both.
Please play it first.
I work at Nickelodeon with Corey and Tom.
Well,
Nice.
shout out.
Spoilers.
Shout out to Nickelodeon.
Spoilers.
They need the help.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. The day I
Syndication
drive a truck is the
keeping
day
them
I
alive.
die. That's why.
What's that?
That's the day I drive a truck like you is the day I die.
It's the laughter of sorrow.
That's probably one of my biggest fears, right below heights and also disappointing my mom.
Aw, sweet though.
It's very sweet. It's very sincere.
We haven't talked in a while.
So for pleasure.
okay.
So for pleasure, I'm an actor. I write sketch comedy. I do improv. Big sports fan, obviously.
Go Birds!
Sport ball.
Yeah, I guess that's. I mean, we make a bunch of stuff together.
Nice.
Little sketch.
Whenever we
comedies
ask
and
a can, we make stuff together.
Yeah.
You're a talented
Oh.
actor. You're a wonderful human being.
Well, thank you.
You're a tender lover to me.
Whoa.
He's like, I wasn't ready to talk about that publicly, but here I am.
Tom, no.
Yeah,
we got Awesome.
sushi
Your-
dates.
We do a lot of sushi
Your
dates.
mustache is as gentle as a willow tree. Just want to say that.
What kind of willow tree?
A
whomping
willow
willow?
tree.
I say we open this and get into
defend
this.
anyone from entering my mouth.
Whoa. Let's move into the
Trivia.
Very disappointing.
Challenge accepted.
Give it up for bromance one more time.
Challenge accepted.
Corey,
All right.
you know you're supposed
Anything
to
can
tickle
happen
my root before you do that.
Wow. Can we move this along and get into trivia so it's not as uncomfortable?
What kind of trivia is this?
This is the Harry Potter Tri-Wizard trivia.
Let me tell them. Let's see. Who has the Harry Potter envelope? Ah, yes. Let's see what you can win. Oh, look at this. Another poster. I wonder how many of these we have. We have the only difference really is that we have this Albus Dumbledore Funko that you'll be going home with today. It is Richard Harris because
Richard
that's
Harris.
He
important
has
to me.
very strong opinions of which
I have
Dumbledore.
very strong
So-
opinions about witchcraft and wizardry.
The original Yumbledore.
Yes.
You know, I'm just saying.
Oh, Tom, you were so fondled.
Shall we open
This bit is Dumbledore. All right.
Shall we open this and see what they sent us?
All right.
Okay, it's some trivia questions. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Wow, how relevant
There are
to the game.
there's ones in
It's thick.
that is okay. So I know you, and you've got some knowledge.
Thank you.
So it's gonna be the same setup.
Okay.
We're gonna do 5 questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little easy on you, and I'm gonna say you got to get 3 right.
Okay.
Okay. And our friend will walk away with some prizes.
Oh.
You know what?
Okay.
You're gonna need this.
A box.
What's in the box?
I don't want to drop it.
You can put the mic in the stand. That's
It's
what
gonna
they're
suck. I'm free. And if you people don't know what this is, this be the Elder Wand or
Oh.
a seat, but we're gonna call it an Elder Wand.
What?
Josh,
No.
this is fun.
No.
this is for
Shout out to my grandma who's watching at home.
Wow, this just got way awkward.
No, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
don't think we should do this segment anymore.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. I'm gonna give you a freebie.
Okay.
All right.
I like that.
I'm gonna give you a freebie.
Wonderful.
What is the name of Harry Potter's pet owl?
Hedwig. Come
Okay.
on. Oh, it was a freebie.
That is your freebie.
Good throw.
That is all you get.
Okay.
Of
all right.
freebies. Now I'm going to start being a little hard.
Wow.
How do you feel? You ready?
A little nervous.
Okay.
I have like an ego riding on this.
Okay.
I've been
What
bragging about
make-
my Harry Potter knowledge for years.
What make and model of car did Harry and Ron fly to school in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
Okay.
Was it
It's
A?
a blue Ford Angula.
Wow. Okay. Wow, you didn't even let me finish.
I
So,
didn't need you to, but let's let you. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little cocky.
In
Sorry.
a form of
Let
question.
the suspense build a bit, please.
what is the antidote that saves Ron Weasley from being poisoned by Slughorn's mead in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince? You do have the same lifelines. You
Okay.
can either ask the audience or you can ask a nerd.
Do I need to listen to the choices?
There
Can I
are
hear
no-
there are no choices? Oh,
No.
Bazoar. Bazoar? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have 3 right.
Get him, Josh.
So you are walking away with a prize. So you know what I'm going to do?
Was that first one? That first one was not a
Freebie?
That was a.
That was a freebie. I was
Well,
giving
thank
you that.
you. It's like
Because I
free
want to get into the
space.
hard ones.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
What did Ginny Weasley name her pygmy puff?
Wow. And I don't have any.
Nope. You do have lifelines. You are welcome to the lifelines.
Her pygmy puff.
Can I ask an audience or ask a nerd?
I don't know.
If you need to.
If you need to. Just saying.
Don't pick me.
Holy crap. I will ask. None of y'all fools.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
Could ask the audience.
Pygmy
There's
puff.
some audience.
I know it.
I know you do too, because I feel like we've
This
had
is
this
like a good
conversation.
presidential debate right now. It's like, I know it.
Yeah.
Good stance.
Answering questions on how to change education. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about becoming president.
Wow. Anyway. You're going to ask the audience?
I'll ask an audience. Does anybody know?
Jessica!
The answer is Jessica.
There's a...
Oh, I'm in Aquaviva.
I know.
You know.
It's Arnold.
Are you going to say...
I'm gonna go with Arnold.
That is true! Nice!
Billy.
Easy for you, Mikey.
Billy Aguamentai.
Shout out to the fan audience. Lifeline.
Nice. All right, and just for funsies,
Okay.
we are going to do one more question, because I was going to ask you 5. What does the Hogwarts school motto mean in English? And just so everybody knows, Domina, Dormiens, Numquam, Titilandus.
Jeez.
It's okay, you've already won. Our audience member has won.
Strength and knowledge. I'll use a lifeline.
Okay,
This
so
is-
you have
this
one
is
more
Ask
left.
a nerd.
So nothing to do with the books or movies.
Could you read it again, please? And could you put
What
it in
does
a
the
sentence?
Hogwarts school motto mean in English?
What is the origin?
Oh, it's Latin.
Could you use it in a sentence, please? No, read it to me one more time. Here we go.
Do it slow though.
Domina,
Dominate.
Dominoes.
Dominoes.
Dormiens. I don't know Latin,
Let's sleep.
so
Let's
please
sleep.
pardon me.
Domino Dorman.
Domino Dorman.
Nunquam,
No
No
they don't-
qualms.
They hate qualms.
Titilandus.
Okay.
About tits on land.
Oh, tits on land.
The Domino Doormen have no qualms about tits on land.
Yeah.
Is that your
Final
final
answer.
answer?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Corey. That's my son. That's
Yeah,
my dad.
That's super wrong. Super wrong.
What is the right
What
answer?
percentage was
Never,
right?
never.
What is it?
Ooh.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon or sleeping dragon?
That
Oh,
is
wow.
correct. Cody coming in.
Why am I
Nice.
here?
Come on down.
And you, my friend, thank you so much for participating in Harry Potter Triwizard Trivia.
Well, it's one wizard, but
What? But no, it's it's a thing.
I know it's
You get
beautiful.
a prize.
You do get a prize.
Oh, well, thank you.
For being here tonight. So I got you this nearly headless Nick.
Nearly headless Nick.
And his head nearly
Sir
comes
Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington. Does it really?
Round of applause for Mike.
Thank you so much, Mikey.
You can hold on to the one for me. Don't lose your sock. They won't let you out of here alive.
Good job, Mikey. Thank you.
Oh my God! One more time. Yeah,
Awesome.
that was fun.
Wow.
That was a lot of fun.
We've been giving up a lot of prizes tonight.
Here's
We
one
are.
more catch.
Oh,
Dangerous.
Anything can happen.
You'll find it.
So, I mean, I think that kind of puts us in a wonderful place to get some of the audience involved to win some prizes.
Yeah, you all want to win some prizes?
Wouldn't that
Fun
be dope?
stuff. And we have our helpy helper, Cody.
Helpy Helperson.
Cody.
So,
Helpy Helperson himself.
this
Did you recover from the owl attack?
It took a minute. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good. Compose
good.
Took a
myself.
breather. Yeah.
We really
Um,
appreciate that, man.
Thank
So this
you.
part of the show, we are going to ask for questions from the audience.
We are.
You guys.
The people.
And it literally can be anything.
Anything.
We have had, what's your favorite kind of wing?
This is questions for them.
Yes, questions for us.
We can ask you questions. I don't know.
Anything can happen.
What are you doing after this?
Yeah. Where are you guys going? Where are you guys hanging out? What are the cool kids listening to these days?
What else?
Anything.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right.
Let's do it up.
Well, do you want to go over what you win?
Oh yeah, you get some sweet prizes. You get some swag. You get some.
Participating.
Yeah.
You get posters.
I
You
know,
get
right?
games.
You
You
win
get
something for
CDs.
asking
It's gonna be a
a
lot of fun.
A lot of cool stuff.
So like
Posters.
we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the people who listen to this podcast.
That's
Yes.
right.
We like want to encourage anybody who participates at all to know that like we really appreciate it. So us giving prizes to you guys is just like a thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get started. Who's got some questions?
First one.
Sierra.
Ain't no one?
Oh.
No one at all.
No one at all.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to go talk to an owl after this. I guess because just throughout the evolution of Nerd On, and I remember being on the ground floor of hearing about it, and when it was just a little baby idea,
Little baby.
and the evolution that it's had and continues to have. What is? I mean, either you could each answer a little bit, or one person can take it. What's one of your favorite things about what has evolved throughout, from the original idea to where it is now?
That's a great question.
Oh.
I mean, the unadulterated hatred behind the scenes is probably my favorite thing.
Facts.
Pretty solid,
Facts.
yeah.
No, that's a great
Facts.
question. For me, it is just the opportunity to weekly celebrate the things that I love with people I love. Like I can't ask for more than that. Being able to sit down with these guys and talk about whatever movie, TV show, comic book that we've pulled either from our brains or from the audience. And the fact that people have gotten back to us and like actually like it is it's like the cherry on top. But honestly, like that's kind of it. I love mostly doing the episodes over all other things. Is just
We do
like,
a lot, and the episodes are like they are the cornerstone, as we always call them, and it's just so much fun. I mean, for me, I would say that as we have grown as a company, we've also grown as a team and as a family, and
It's co-people.
and I mean, in all honesty, we've had some hard conversations. We've
grown as people.
We have grown as people. We've different things, personal struggles, and we as a team have really, really grown together. And when a challenge comes up, we face it and we pivot
Persevere.
if we need to. But it's really been. We all have different viewpoints of nerddom. We all have different viewpoints of what we should do as a company. And what's been really great is the growing of the conversation. We don't have. I mean, sometimes there are arguments. Let's be real. But most of the time, it's a conversation where we are just.
Because I'm always right.
Wow.
Woof.
He's not. I am. Isn't Tom cool?
So cool.
All the time.
So
As a friend of mine once said, persevere.
yeah.
Ben, thank you.
Wow.
But yeah, that's what we've done.
My favorite part is kind of like the same reason why, kind of the same part as when I was in my Future Pro channel, which is I just get to nerd out about things that I like, in front of people and kind of, in a legitimate sort of way, and mostly it's just kind of like I really like the sort of machine of it in a sense of like we work, you guys are awesome and we all do our part.
Oh, thank you.
And
You didn't have to
the
say
podcast, we haven't missed an episode of the podcast in 2.5 years or however long.
I mean,
it's
a
been.
little bit. I mean, a real quick thing is that when we first started Nerd On, we were going to do 2 episodes a month. It was going to be something that we were just going to like dip our toe in.
Yeah,
That
we had a
did not
recording.
happen.
That.
So
And
I
now
love that
we're
we
stuck.
I love that we can meet for 8 hours once a week and
Yeah.
create all of this like crazy a lot of content.
Yes.
A lots of content. And Tom
A lot of contact.
gets to contact.
There is a
Wow.
lot of
In
content.
ways
There's a
that I
lot of
don't
contacts
prefer,
around Tom.
to be clear, but it happens anyways.
Yeah.
Caitlin?
So I kind of came on the podcast train a little bit later.
You
The
did.
podcast has been it had been around for like what,
Like
5,
6
6
months. Yeah.
and
8
then
years.
I came in token female represent.
Hell
Um,
yeah. Hell yeah. Give it up one more time.
yeah.
Give it up. Future's female.
But it's been really cool to. I like the structure of being able to talk about something and seeing how things have changed of like how we discuss it and kind of the minutia of that. But also getting to come up with like creative ideas and just see something go from spitballing like, oh, it'd be cool if we did this, and then like 2 months later it was happening.
It's
And
fully
not
realized.
just
It's a
kind
full
of
baby.
happening. It was like really happening. Like there was a full production crew and graphics and
Yeah.
everything was happening
A
all
full
the time
graphics
everywhere. So it's been cool to see concept come to creation multiple times over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what my
Check
favorite
out
part is.
Animated Du Jour on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
But like,
Big
and,
time.
and I know you're gonna go in a sec, but I just want to say like, just to tag onto what you're saying, we started in your den, like a little office space that
Yeah.
barely fit 4 of us, and now we're here. We have our own HQ at home, and we're
My
we're no
home
longer
studio
using
is our
like
HQ, and it's
we
it's
were using
amazing.
we were using what we had at the time, and now we've kind of upgraded. We have hype mics, which is
the
ultimate podcasting microphone, people.
But like we've come a long way, and now we're like live streaming from Apogee Studios, which is huge.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Timothy,
Now we have a permanent residence here, and Cody has to deal with us every day.
you know it.
That's a pleasure.
But actually, that is one of the things I've gotten the privilege and honor to meet wonderful, talented individuals in this world because of this. Whether they are part of my childhood or whether they're people I was never ever going to meet. And connecting with people, I think, is the most important thing we can do as a medium as well as an art form. And just having the chance and the will and conviction and consistency to do this, I've loved that this has become the playing ground for, like, I think artistic as well as probably critical and analytical like decorum, where we can discuss things like that. And having our community with our Discord, like, every day there's something to look up to. So it's always like you're never far away from your
We kind of
friends.
made a little playground for ourselves.
a little community.
Yeah.
That
And now
has
y'all are
been-
part of it.
I would say the kind of unexpected thing that has been the most exciting is that like there's a community that came up out of nowhere around.
Nation.
Yeah.
And some of them are here tonight.
Yeah.
Some of you are here. Some of you are online.
If it
Thank
wasn't
you.
for this podcast, like we wouldn't have met any of those people. So it's
Yeah.
been very cool to have like a very supportive community, because I know the internet can be kind of a crapshoot sometimes, but
Yeah.
but the people that have come into like the nerd nation that we have are like critical and kind, and like they speak their opinion, but they also respect yours, which I feel is kind of rare. So
And
it's
they
been
really believe
cool.
in every level of nerd being welcome in our community.
Whether you're watching your first piece of nerdy pop culture or you're like 20 years deep.
What up?
yeah.
Whoa. Great
That's
question.
how intense some people are.
Yeah.
Wonderful
Prize-
question. You win a prize. Come on down, camper.
Wow.
Whoa, what'd you get? All right, give us a scoop. What is it?
Okay, so I got a poster. I can't wait to listen to this, Josh.
Hell
It's a
yeah.
CD.
The
so much.
Rise
Thank
and
you.
Love CD, and then
Destined
this-
Legends.
is this your game?
Ollie's
Board
board
game.
It's Ollie's
yeah.
game.
I am
And Shadow
so
Sean.
excited about that. I didn't know you
Yeah.
did that.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
I didn't either.
Again,
Oh,
shout out to
that's
Sean
amazing.
out there.
Ali has like so many hidden tricks, and then when you find after you find out about it, he's like, surprise.
Yeah, like he makes
Yeah, it's like a
he cooks
game or whatever those
wonderful,
masterpieces.
wonderful food and never brings it in when I'm there.
When you're not
Yeah.
there. You're
So-
over two right now.
To me, it's a myth, Ali. I don't think you cook at all.
And to let everyone also know, I don't have a copy of that game, and so be happy about
Y'all
it.
are
Yeah.
getting
Because
nice.
I've been asking for it.
Well, ask a question.
We've got about 250, 260 at home. So
There you go. All right.
And none
So
are
we
for
just have to
Tom.
break in. Anyone else got any questions for us?
Next question,
It could be
please.
for everyone or specific. Yes.
All right, let's go to the back.
Yes. State your name.
Thank you.
Navigating his way.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Jeremy.
Hey,
Hello.
JD Maggi on the Discord.
JD.
Yeah.
My
We've been
question.
saying Maggie this whole time. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I know, we're
You're a
terrible.
terrible
I apologize. Now we can say it right.
It's-
Maggie.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've gotten like 15 different pronunciations of that over my lifetime.
Oh,
so
perfect.
That
It's
is
good.
fair.
I feel.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think this has been asked on Update before, but if
Oh.
it has, I have a backup.
Yes, please.
What would your fantasy casting be if they made the Nerd On movie for each of your roles?
I have an answer already.
That's a great question.
I can start with mine.
Yes.
I already know it.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh, baby. Give it to me
Well-
slow though. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I'll paint the picture for you. So this is me back in college. Facebook had had one of those like, "What celebrity do you look like?" things.
Yeah.
Somehow, maybe I don't know. You can tell me. I got Freddie Prinze Jr.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Early
I
days.
see it. Do you see it?
Frosted tips.
So if we're doing a Nerd movie, Freddie Prinze
Freddie
Jr.
Prinze Jr.
Please. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Dope.
All right.
Hell
Dope.
yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. now
Now
or then?
it's fine.
Either or.
Either or.
From his run in Friends with the Madeleines.
Okay. All right.
Lighter than air.
In all
Josh.
honesty, I would say Ben Affleck.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
I see you, girl.
Yeah.
You see it? I can see
Ben
it.
Affleck would be a good
I've
choice.
also gotten Russell Crowe.
You got
in my
Kiefer
life.
Sutherland at
I did.
Subway today. The guy was like, "You look like Kiefer Sutherland," and I was
see it.
like,
Hell
"Legit,
yeah.
that's good.
Hell yeah. That's not bad.
That's a good one."
Right?
Yeah. So your choice is
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. All right.
Yeah.
Kaylin, you got one?
Brie Larson.
Oh.
I feel like
Wow,
that'd be
we have
appropriate.
quite the
Fan
cast.
casting. This is a fun
And then
question.
Freddie
This is,
Prinze
this
Jr.
is an
No, I like
intense
this.
movie. Tom?
I'm so curious who you're gonna say.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, Henry Cavill. But I mean, to
No, it has to be.
be honest,
Fan Cavill?
with the facial hair,
I see it.
the chest
I
hair
see
coming
it.
out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
I'm sensing some.
We could always CGI him.
Like a
Sorry.
darker Witcher type
Hey,
of
no one said
setup.
anything bad about Yellowface yet.
Yeah.
They will after this.
I think someone got in trouble. I think Mickey Rooney got in trouble for that
No,
long time
Emma
ago.
Stone got in trouble.
Oh,
for
yeah,
that
that's
too.
true.
So for me, in all honesty, the only person I could think could possibly play it is Dante Basco. Rufio.
Dude, spot on.
Either him or I don't want to be Jackie Chan, but I do. But
I don't want no trouble.
I don't want to travel.
John
But
Cho
no,
would
you know
kill.
what?
John Cho would kill you, by the way.
Henry Golding. That sexy ass Asian dude with the chisel face.
Is he in everything
Bad
now?
Boys?
He's in Gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
He's really
Yeah.
good.
He could
Who
be
I-
the next James Bond.
Who was in Last Christmas?
He was also in Crazy Rich
Yep.
Asians. Shout out to the Asian people out there.
Nice.
Bring up some noise.
That works. I'll do Adam Brody. That's fine.
Corey's wife.
Shout out to the wife.
Yeah, if my wife says goes, Adam Brody it is. My one that doesn't work is I love Sam Rockwell. That would be my choice. But if we want to go with who would actually, yeah, I'll do Adam Brody. I probably look more like Peter Capaldi.
Your bones are at least.
Steve Buscemi.
Corey, I don't know why, but I actually want Jeff Goldblum to play you.
Don't
Look,
worry,
I'll
we'll
take
the
all
movie
of
either
these
way.
guys. If you want to keep them coming.
Willem Dafoe.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm easy, guys. Look,
There was a firefight.
Heard it here first. He's easy.
I am easy. What? Guys, yes. Okay, yes. Stanley Tucci. Whatever you want. Chris Evans. Who said that? I'll take Chris Evans. No, but yeah, Adam Brody would be a good choice, I think. Actually.
Awesome.
Great
Wonderful
question.
question.
Look at
you
your
get
prizes.
prize. Come on now. Magi here?
I'm gonna start calling him Magi. Just know it.
Guys, who else got?
Who got a question?
I like this.
Who wants to win some? Who wants to ask?
Who's got one?
Yeah, we got one right here.
He had his hand up last round.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, ask. What's your name, camper?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow, this
I'm
just got really
Rashid.
heavy.
Shout out to Rashid.
Rashid.
So I know that there are a lot of different subsets of the nerddom.
Yes.
And one that was most recently brought up to me was the horror subset.
Oh, horror, like horror movies?
Yeah, horror.
Okay.
Horror.
I know, I need to enunciate better.
That was a dangerous subset you almost just said.
Horror.
Or East Coast horror.
Horror. There we go. So my question to you is, if you were trapped in a horror film, which one would it be, and how would you defeat your villain?
Oh, yeah!
I'm just gonna spoiler alert, I'm gonna die.
Oh, that is a great question. I'm having
done.
trouble deciding if the movie I want to be in or the movie I think I can survive in.
I actually so obviously me it would be like a zombie apocalypse.
Yes. Is
movie,
my
but it would
God,
have to be for me
Zombies?
particularly. It'd have to be the slow zombies.
Wow.
And Headshot or what
Not
was
really
it?
a cardio
Crowbar?
guy.
Not really a cardio guy. Crowbar is the best.
Crowbar is the best zombie weapon.
Blunt.
Yeah.
So I would take a
disagree, but
crowbar.
That's fine.
It's in the handbook, the survival
That's fine.
handbook.
They
It's
can have their
utilitarian. You
opinions.
can open things up and you can hit things with
I
it.
Yeah, you
understand.
don't want a sharp weapon because it gets stuck in the flesh and then they eat you.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's your Michonne. You have plot armor.
I don't know a specific zombie film, just as long as it's not World War Z. I'm gonna put air quotes World War Z zombies because
Nothing to do with the book.
had nothing to do with the book. Those bitches, I would be done.
Yeah. The
I would
running
be
ones?
I'd be like, oh, there's zombies there, and I'm dead.
Yeah,
So,
we did have an episode about how we would survive the zombie apocalypse.
zombie pirates.
And we did, zombie pirates. That's
We
what
would
it
get on a
be.
boat.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, keep going. For me, I mean, my favorite horror film of all time is The Thing, but I don't know if I would be able to survive that one because that is
'Cause you don't.
toughie. I think I would have to like blow up the entire base like they did and sacrifice myself to make sure it doesn't get out. But if I wanted to do a fun one, I would probably. I mean, it's depressing as hell. I would probably do Final Girls.
Yes!
That would be.
What is that? That's for me.
Have you not seen Final Girls?
No.
Oh my
Get
God! It is a. It's like. It is a horror parody, but also just a very well done horror film.
It's an isekai genre, and they go into a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's got the young Farmiga.
Movie night?
Not Vera, but her young sister from
Oh, okay.
American Horror Story.
Okay.
She's the lead. It's got Angela Trimber, Thomas Middleditch. It's got a star-studded
Nina
cast.
Dobrev.
Andy Devine, yeah. But it's basically that like classic camp horror killer, like
Okay.
Jason.
It's a slasher.
And so I would just. The only person who survives in that film is the Virgin. So I would just hang around her and just be like, hey, what do you want to do?
I think we should split up.
Everyone would be like, we should do this. I got weapons. I'd be like, I think I want to hear her plan first. So that'd be my MO.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Tom? Nope.
Horror film.
Okay.
I think this is my new monster I need to like defeat.
I feel like what I would really want to be in is one of those social psychological
Like Get Out?
like Get Out,
Us.
Identity, something like that
Oh,
that deals with
Identity.
like you can't really fight it. It's more of like you gotta just get through it, baby.
Just push on through.
But if I were to pick one that I think I could survive for the answer, I'd do The Thing. And if you guys haven't, you should start watching our Twitch stream on Sunday. We played a zombie game, and my number one rule is kill everyone but yourself, and you win.
Yeah.
And you know what? In that game, it is the number one golden rule.
Yeah.
Because everyone's against you, even your wife. I'm not wrong. I see what makes you laugh.
Wow.
He's not wrong.
It's not wrong. That's how you do it in a
You
horror
don't
movie.
know.
If you realize I'm a horror movie, I gotta kill everybody.
What you got?
Do you know?
Ali.
I think I know. I'm not the biggest horror aficionado.
Yeah.
But I like Alien. So,
Oh.
shout out
Good
to Alien.
choice. That's a horror
Yeah.
film.
No.
It's a horror
no. I don't want that.
No shout out to Alien.
Big no.
No, it would be great. I would lure it very specifically and very carefully.
Can I ask you with
so
what?
dramatic.
With what?
What would you lure it with?
Snack, some cheese.
This is
No
this
snack.
is my only caveat. What is its snack that you lure
I mean,
it with?
the only thing I would probably have on me is like a keto bar or something. So I would just
The little mouth, right?
I would just break off little pieces of that,
Like Hansel and Gretel it all the way back.
Yeah. And it would just like stop, eat it, look around,
What the fuck?
keep going, like a cat or dog,
Wow,
Have
this
you
is gonna
watched
go-
Alien?
Bring it up.
This just turned to Home Alone.
they're a smart alien.
Macaulay Culkin here.
No,
is
keep
fighting
going.
off the
Okay, so you lure it, right?
Yeah, lure it to the bridge successfully. Then that's when I just they got the acid blood, right?
Yeah.
Careful,
And the drool.
right? So I basically grab a handful of
Keto
gas-
chips?
No, I grab,
Keto man.
I grab a handful of Tums, right? right into the face of that alien. Tums, boom, antacid, acid blood, gone.
This is
Acid blood disintegrates.
I think
into
you
thin
get a
air.
prize.
Problem is it kind of makes sense.
That's what I hate about it.
biggest ad for keto I've ever heard in my life.
The
You
alien
just
dies
won.
because it doesn't have blood anymore.
That's
A
brilliant.
franchise.
Easy
Oh
brilliant.
my god, that kind of makes sense.
Give it a round.
Am I right?
Wow.
Keto solution.
What's my price?
They have acid blood, so you throw Tums at them. That's great.
It could
Done and
work.
done.
They didn't try it. You can't say
They
it
just need
wouldn't work.
antacids. Did you realize
But
they're
you don't
angry
really-
because they had acid?
So
Yeah.
you have your black magic, right? We can go make it.
We can make it. Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
make it
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
We can make it happen.
Caleb,
Uh,
I mean, you are afraid of Doritos, so
I am afraid
of
of
everything.
most things. Like most things.
Like you all here.
So you know what? I think I would pick The Shining and I'd drive away.
There you go. There you go. Great question.
You'd be like, that's a scary ass hotel.
It's just the title. It says later. I'm out.
Like they drive there. I'm like, I'm gonna drive separately, but I'll meet you guys there. And then
Carpool?
I never show
Nah.
up. That's what
Rashid,
happens.
you win a prize.
Yay!
Give it up for Rashid.
Can
So
I edit
last
that
time we
movie
asked-
for you, Caitlin, I want to edit that for you, and it just be like the opening credits, title, written and directed by, and then it just ends on credits.
Or like,
All
well,
over you, just making
happily
a U-turn.
driving away, like, huh, nice
So-
day.
We have like two more
Yeah,
questions?
two more.
more
We have
questions.
the last
Two
time we
more
asked. We have,
chances to win a prize.
Sup?
Hi, I'm
You're-
Kimberly.
Hi,
Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Shout out.
So, do any of you remember what the first thing was that you nerded out about, like when you were a kid?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful,
Our first
wonderful
episode
question.
ever
Oh my
was called The
God.
Tree of Nerddom. That is a great question.
I didn't exist yet.
Oh, please answer first
This
then.
is your chance.
Oh. And of course I'm like, I don't remember. I would say Harry Potter is the first time where I was like,
Was it with the castle?
it was the opening scene with the castle, and then there
Yeah.
was the music. Mikey, I think you know the one.
So we'll learn about Harry
That was
Potter.
the first time that I really got into that. Like we would listen to the soundtracks when we were going to. My sister and I would listen to the soundtracks every night.
Shout out
when
to
we
your
would go
sister.
Sleep. Shout out to my sister Bethany. We would play Harry Potter. Going to Harry Potter World was the biggest. I thought I was kind of over Harry Potter, and then I went to Harry Potter World and I was like, oh my god, I'm a wizard. Very not over it.
Me too.
So that
2
was the
days
first
ago.
time. There you go.
2 days, 2 whole days.
But yeah, and then otherwise, recently the thing that I nerded out about the hardest was I in anime you have your waifu and your husbando,
Hell yeah.
and I had never really had one
For the
before.
uncultured?
For the uncultured, it's your favorite, your favorite female character that would be your wife, or your favorite male character that would be your husband.
Best boys and best girls.
Yeah, best whatever creature that happens too. But for me, I had never really had a character that I was like, oh my god, I would marry that character. That would be my spouse for life, and we would be very happy.
Bakugo.
No, it's Sephiroth.
No.
It's
hard
it's,
pass.
It's long hair, long sword.
It was Saitama from
Oh.
One Punch Man.
Oh, there it is.
Because he literally defeats everything with a single punch. So he's super strong, and he does not care. The moment I fell in love is when he is fighting this giant beetle thing, and he like has this moment where he's like freaking out, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "Ha ha ha! I'm defeating him, and there's nothing he can do." And in his mind, he's like, "I'm missing a sale at the market right now. I'm not going to be able to get my produce at a discount." And I was like, "I love you."
I feel
my
that.
God.
Wow.
The older I
So
get, the more I'm
that
like, this
was-
guy gets it.
Yeah.
This guy fucks.
He gets it. So
guy-
yeah, that's
he
the
gets
most
it.
recent one for me.
I can go.
All right.
Do it up.
Unless you were about to.
No, I was gonna say Josh, but go ahead.
Oh, Josh.
Show, Corey.
No. My first thing that I grew up very fortunate to have a family who kind of cultivated nerdy stuff and the arts and stuff like that.
Must be nice.
It was nice, and that's why I'm talking about it. For me, I grew up around comic books because of my dad. But the thing that I really kind of took as my own that I remember was the Lord of the Rings movies, which my dad
Solid
technically still helped out with because he had read the books when he was a kid, and he took me to see the first film when it came out, and it blew my fucking mind. Like I was like, they can make these? They can make this kind of film?
We're allowed.
And I came home and he had the trilogy books sitting on the table for me. And so if anyone here knows me, that has not gone away or faded. And I think it's just part of because that's what really like sprouted the tree. It was a seedling before that. So it was definitely the Lord of the Rings films. And then did you say now what are we nerding out about?
Sure.
I mean, that wasn't in the question, but we can.
Oh, can we add an addendum, I guess?
Addendum.
For me, it's. I mean, the most recent thing was the Watchmen TV show.
Yo, real quick.
It
PSA.
ruined my life for like a week after I watched it because nothing else was that good.
You all need to watch it. I'm not lying.
We did an episode on we did a show called Mandalorian. About the Mandalorian show, and Tom decided that in tandem with watching that show, he would watch Watchmen. So he hated every episode of Mandalorian, and I was like,
Wow.
why do you do these things? And then I watched it, and I was like, I hate everything else because this show is perfect.
Wow.
So it's not an exaggeration actually.
No, it's
That's it.
perfect.
But that was it.
Nice.
Ollie. Back to you, Ollie.
Why am I doing these
Now
things?
I forget what I answered
No, you're having problems.
in the original episode.
Memory is
But-
not. They don't even
a strong
allow it in
suit.
court. So what are you gonna do?
But I want to say one of the biggest ones from the beginning was Batman.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like everything from
The animated
old
series?
show, because we lived in Iran for about 2-3 years.
Shout out to
In the
Iran.
middle of my life there, like in elementary school, and I remember we had satellites, so we would get the '60s Batman show,
Hell yeah.
and I loved that. And I think it would like broadcast
Holy
late,
rusted metal
so we would have
Batman.
to be up late to watch it. But then the animated series, and then for me, a big thing for me were the action figures, like every color and flavor and variation of Batman and his Batmobiles and various vehicles. That was where I was. That was my jam.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
And then Power Rangers, and then TMNT, and
Destiny.
so forth and so forth, and then Destiny.
And density.
Density. As far as nowadays,
Batman.
Destiny.
It's still Batman.
Batman
It
is
is.
back.
It's kind of
still
we were
Batman.
talking about this the other week, I think, because of the Matt Reeves thing and how different it looks, and we just had Batfleck and we had Nolan, and it's kind of like that childhood sort of like what I loved about all the different Batman like action figures being different colors and variations. It's kind of like that right now with the
Gotta
movies.
catch 'em all.
It's like I'm collecting the different Batmen that are being designed by all these visionaries and artists, which is awesome.
So
to
you
see
have
happen.
Ben Affleck in your basement?
I mean,
in a manner
What?
of speaking.
I do have a statue.
You're not supposed to bring that up here, Josh.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, other than that, I've just been watching a lot of the new streaming shows, like Mythic Quest is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Josh and I are huge on the morning show.
Oh yeah.
Love
Such a
that
good show.
so much. Can't wait
Fucking nerds.
for season 2. Yeah.
Josh, Tom.
Where my tree of nerdom started. So I wasn't thought about yet, but my mom fell in love with my dad.
Wow.
So, I'm kidding. I was gonna go
Too far back.
Sounds about right,
a
though.
little bit ahead of that, right? I was dying.
Fast forward.
So I think for myself, if I could just kind of have a varied question, I think it was Power Rangers, it was Batman, but those later on resonated with me later on for different reasons. But if I could truly say what made me really nerd on, about the most is actually like spending time with my sister, my older sister, and watching a lot of like Disney films together. Our parents were divorced, so like we were kind of like the constants in our lives. That's
Shout out.
All right. And my mom was very big. It's like, hey, dad, me, and we can go away, but then you always have to have your sister. And so we watched a bunch of stuff together. So it always was animated stuff. And then later on, it became she was watching Sailor Moon, and I was watching Dragon Ball Z. But it was more like I'd skip my nap to go watch Sailor Moon regardless. Because magical girls high school transformation. I'm all about that shit.
Oh yeah.
But anime was really big for me because I think even though I had Batman, I had Superman, Spider-Man, all these other mans, and superhero stuff. Like these were, they were Japanese, they were Asian, they were a little bit more likened to me. So I felt like I'm being seen. But also, like the one thing I really liked about anime specifically is that if you watch the good ones, there's a lot of bad ones and there's a lot of great ones.
And they're great too.
Yeah, and they're also welcome here. A lot of the anime technically have a through line of progress over obstacles and adversity. And that's really kind of just pushed me and mind fucked me in a way where that's how I live my life, where it's just like, adversity is everything I need. And I gotta get through it.
That
Talking
sounds
to him.
awful.
Yes. But no,
I would be tired all
and so
the
like
time.
anime was really big for me. And later on, as I chose to grow up, like going through like struggles and stuff like that, Batman as well became very big for him because it wasn't the fact like, oh, he's cool, da da da. It was more like he took tragedy and then turned it into something that he could work positively for. And I think
for good.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, especially because we're all going to go through different walks of life and different struggles. But then we could always choose to turn that into fuel for something positive.
Nice.
So,
Heck yeah.
Josh?
For me, I think like the first thing that like comes to mind
Final
are two
Fantasy
things.
7.
No, that was 1997.
Oh, sorry.
it's his tattoo.
I'm like 65 years old, remember?
Oh yeah.
No, just kidding.
Sorry. I keep forgetting.
Shush.
And you're welcome here too.
The first thing that comes to mind is Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
Solid choices.
I'm a big, I love movies, and I will pretty much watch anything, even if it's horror, something that I don't like all that much. Horror. But it's mainly movies that is just my thing. So yeah, I think Ghostbusters, and like that was like I had the theme sheets. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had all the action figures and all that kind of stuff. I love the movies, even the third one. Don't hate me.
It hasn't come out yet, but you're looking forward to it.
Huh?
Oh, the third one.
Yeah, the third one.
The third installment.
Yeah, where they go back in time and all that kind of stuff. And then, I mean, nowadays it's really hard to...
Probably the hype mic.
The
old
Podcasting microphone.
No. It's hard to base it. It's hard to really focus it on because with the start of Nerd On,
it's everything.
Well, no, I try to watch more. I try to get into things.
Well,
so
you have to watch more.
I do have to, but it's also trying to
things.
open up my mind to more things. Like I wasn't a huge fan of anime before, and so now it's like, okay, well, fuck, I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan now.
Hell yeah.
Like that. Recently, I was like, oh damn,
You're welcome.
this is good. Video games are a fun thing for me. It's hard to really narrow it down to like one single thing.
So it can be a catch-all. You
Could be
like,
everything.
You can like
Yeah.
everything.
A little bit
I
of everything.
like a lot of
Great
things.
question.
You can like the thing, Josh.
I can.
Is that all of us? Do we all
And
go
that checks all
through?
the
Yeah.
boxes.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful question. You win a prize!
All right. One more. One more because we said we'd do one more.
You can be a quickie.
And then I think
Quick-
Mikey said that
Quick
he had a
tiny
question.
Quick tiny question.
Is it a quick question?
Is Bowser?
Oh my god.
Is he a dragon with a turtle shell, or is he a turtle
No.
with a dragon's face?
No.
No.
Thank you, Mikey.
And good night.
That's
Well, can I answer
What
a little
if
bit?
the hokey pokey
Yeah,
really
do
is
it.
what it's
He's
all
a
about?
Do you
answer.
actually know?
Yeah.
In
Of
the
course
original
you
in the
know.
original artwork, he was actually a bull.
What?
So there you go.
So it just
He's
changed.
a bull.
For
It just
turning our
changed palettes.
sketch
Wow.
into a
It
question.
changed palettes as they went into color.
Isn't he like Dennis Hopper or something?
That's a movie.
Yeah. Dennis Oh my god.
So he's a humanoid.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I hate you for bringing
Was he
it up.
Bowser?
I wish I could forget about that.
Yeah, he was a King Koopa.
It haunts my
All
dreams
right.
at night.
All right, so real last question?
Maybe a
Real
real
question.
question.
No, that was
Tiny
the last.
question
That
and
was
you
the last
win
question.
things?
That was
There
the
we
last
go.
question.
All right. I guess that's where we're ending it. Thank you, Mikey.
Give Mike a strap line, guys.
We have one last thing for the night. Y'all had raffle tickets when you walked in here, yes? It's time.
I love raffles.
We got some items out here. What kind of items do we got?
What do we got? What do we have?
What do we got? We got.
It's like, I don't know. What was it again?
We got some dice. We got some poster. We got some Destin Legends. We got a.
Which one we want to
You're
go
just
first?
making it up as we go now.
Which package we want to go first?
With the dice.
With the
Let's
dice.
do with the dice and the sticker.
So we got a dice, some Kraken dice for all those playing D&D. These are nice colors, nice little pouch. I won't tell you what color, but they are nice.
Yeah.
And we got a great sticker from them, also a poster from us. If you would like us to sign, you don't have to ask. We just do it for you.
Wow.
And then the board
That
game.
made
And that's
no
it.
sense.
Yeah, and then a board game.
All right.
Give us that
As
first
all
one.
things
So
do.
this first one is 004028.
Slow. We got. Do it slowly one more time.
All right. Next up is what? What are we
doing?
What?
Western Tropic.
Josh is going to give you a little rundown real
A
quick.
little bit of a rundown. A friend of ours, Len Kendall, shout
This
out.
microphone hates me.
He did a Kickstarter for a game called Western Tropic and essentially turns Texas Hold'em into a strategy card game.
Get on the level, y'all.
It's a really beautiful game.
That's a special edition right
This
there.
is the special edition. Very successful Kickstarter campaign. The really cool thing about the special edition is that it comes with this box, and for every box that they make, they plant a tree. Now, there is
Save
a bit
the
of
earth, y'all.
there is a bit of a caveat that I do have to say. This box here is just to look at. It's very pretty. Due to the coronavirus, his production has been halted a little bit.
Keeping y'all safe.
So at the end of the night, whoever wins, please make sure to get me your shipping addresses. And he's like, yeah, let me know. But we are going to give away 4 copies.
Ooh,
of this game.
Indeed, we
1,
are.
2, 3, 4.
4 trees as
4.
well.
Yeah, 4 trees. So
First one up. 004017.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Mikey. There you go.
He does win a prize.
Now, since none of us know you, be sure to give us your
Congratulations.
address before you leave.
You can go back up there now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you got it.
Round of applause for Mikey now coming up down the stairs. Yeah.
All right. We have 3 more, correct?
3 more.
Okay,
Three more.
next one.
Second.
004036.
Here, I'll take that one. I'll take those. Come find us after the show.
004014.
That's all 4, right?
Some of y'all got to be in these front seats.
Oh, yeah.
That's the third. So
You're right,
this
you're
is the
right,
last
you're
one.
Last one.
004024.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Next
Come
game.
find Josh after the show.
Yes, please.
And we'll get your shipping address for all of that.
All right. Are there any of these that were... No?
No, I can just toss one of these out, though. Coming at you.
Okay.
I like that you flinched away from it.
We have a very special,
We're like a hard beat away
very
from, like,
special
EDC.
giveaway. This is the mega prize.
Gotcha.
We are going to be giving away, thank you so much to Apogee.
It's got flaps. What are you going to do?
Go on, Josh.
We are giving away a hype mic.
What? Bring it on one more time, y'all.
Give it up for the hype mic.
The ultimate podcasting microphone.
Wow. But no joke, what I will tell you is, like, as an audio engineer and as somebody who works with promo and voiceover, I get to hear a lot of different voices, and this microphone really is quite incredible. I would suggest anybody in the house, if you want to check it out, do go into the vocal booth after the show and just hear
Send
for
Kiss from
yourself.
a Rose.
Oh, man.
Apogee
I have
experience.
that because I used it when I was traveling. I go home quite a bit, and I get to use it on the road, and it's pretty amazing. Would you say, Tom, that it's sealed the deal?
Oh man, you know.
There used to be a grand tower
alone
on the sea.
I should have known.
You remain.
You started this. You gave the hint.
Of me.
No!
There's an audience!
That's a high. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become alive and the light that you shine can be seen? Here we go. Baby, I'm begging to a kiss from a rose.
Is there a song that I can go feed on?
I can give you a stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. Thank you all very much.
Can we please
Josh?
That was a lot more than I expected to come from that. I was
was a
like,
lot.
maybe they'll do like 2
Bonnie,
words.
you guys just made. Y'all made
I
a
was
dream
wrong.
of mine come true tonight, and I just want to thank you all for that.
Wow.
And
Okay,
let's get
can
on
you
with
pick
it.
the number, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it right now.
Who gets that hype mic? The ultimate podcasting microphone.
It's gonna go to 0040332.
If you do not buy a lottery ticket tonight,
Wow.
I will.
All right.
He's not only lucky with his looks, he's lucky with the
Wow.
Wow.
And
Wow.
again, I stress,
Damn.
hashtag not rigged.
Now you said it. Spoilers, man.
They were thinking it, maybe.
No.
Straight throwing it to you.
To Cody. Cody can figure that out.
And
No postage necessary.
Okay.
And we still encourage
I
everyone to go
understand.
to the booth and just try it out, and then do your own rendition of "Kiss by Rose," because it's dope and it's a wonderful experience. You've never been in a booth, a lot of you have, but if you've never been in one like this,
Okay. That brings us to the
I feel
end
complete.
of the show.
I feel complete.
Yeah.
I'm always completing.
Constantly. Yeah.
That's the difference between you and me.
Everybody
You're always
here-
completing, and I'm not wearing hockey pants.
Oh my god.
We did it all! We got them all!
Wow.
We got them all!
Wow.
Okay.
We love this. We love this.
Thank you so much to everybody here in the house, everybody at home, at your house. Thank you so much, everybody watching. If you are new to Nerd On, please consider checking us out. Nerdon.tv, that is the website. It has all the linky links of everything that we do.
It's got all that good.
Yeah, we are on everything from Apple to iHeart to Spotify to YouTube.
And hopefully your heart.
Aww.
Who knows? Maybe.
So sweet. He's
People
still,
want time for quorum.
he's still recovering from Kiss from a
I'm
Rose.
sorry. Wow. That was so cheesy.
Wow.
Yeah, what are
It
you
was
going to
good.
do?
It was
Every
good.
time.
What are you going to
Another
do?
shout out to Apogee
Yes.
for making this possible.
Thank you to
very
the
much.
crew
Cody.
here, Bob, Betty, everybody in the studio.
Sad
Thank you.
It's been an
Yeah.
absolute
Yes.
pleasure.
We get
to be-
Sierra and Mikey now. Like, give my hand of applause for being up here. Hand of applause.
Hand of applause.
Give him a hand of applause.
Hand of applause. Hand of applause.
All right, really quick. When you're done, are you done?
Almost, but
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm not gonna Kanye. Go ahead.
I'm coming
Wow.
to the end of the show, so
You-
if you
if you
want
got
it in the
something to
show.
say, now's the
All right,
chance.
guys. Before we wrap up, everyone pull your phone out.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Oh.
Are we getting crazy?
What's
All right,
happening?
I want you to open up YouTube. I want you to find this video that is live streaming right now and drop a like on it.
Oh.
Smash that like button and subscribe.
Let's
Yeah.
get to
Turn on
10,000.
post notifications, like
Hey,
and
do you
subscribe.
like
Make sure
peer
to
pressure? 'Cause
donate.
that's
Make sure to yeah.
I love peer pressure.
Right?
Hey.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Make
Thank
sure
you,
to slip
Cody.
and slide
Please,
DMs.
shameless plug. Do stop by and subscribe to us on all the things, all
us
the
a
social
review.
medias, the YouTubes,
hate
the
this.
Apple, all of it. You are just really terrible with the cord tonight.
Yeah.
And
You're not
also
really used to chords, huh?
leave
I have
us
ADD.
reviews because that is the most direct way that we can get feedback about what we're doing, how to change things, episodes that you guys want us to do. Like,
Yes.
let us know. It makes our hearts
Consider-
all warm and fuzzy.
do consider joining the Nerd On Nation. It does allow us to grow and be the best that we can be.
Do stuff
if you
like
do
this.
join
The
the
$5
$5 tier or above, you will get a free poster, pin, and sticker tonight.
Also, last but not least, join our mailing list if you can, because this week, I think tomorrow or the day after, we're sending out a discount code for our online store, 5% off. That'll be valid for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So check that out.
But that is it. You know the drill.
Wait a sec. I'm going to let you finish, because I want to invite all these people to say it with us. At the end of our show,
It's customary that we say, as always, and then we say nerd on. And so we turn to you, where we would like to hear you guys sound off at the top of your lungs as humanly possible, was it?
Yeah.
So when we say, as always, and then you join us in saying,
because you've
our
made this night
namesake.
possible with us. You're much part of this as we are.
Yes.
So we'd like to
Thank
invite
you
you to say our
guys.
end tag with us. Josh, sing us out.
You know the drill. As always,
Give it up for the Nerd On crew. Thank you
thank you
guys
guys
so
so
much.
much for joining us. Thank you, everybody at home.
Thank you
We love you.
guys. He's back.
I say nerd, you say on. Nerd! 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 That's really bad. Don't do that.
Also, if you guys are taking pictures, be sure to use #NerdOnLive, and you can get featured.
Yeah.
by us.
And anyone that won a prize, please take a picture with us. We'd love to share you amongst all of our lovely community members in our Nerd On Nation. Thank you.
Baby, save it. We're wasted. I know we gotta slow it down. But when the waves come, you face them. And you know we can't stop it now. Heads up, we're in a dead cloud. Put your hands up. Do you dip, say it, don't say it, why
Nerd On.